Why are General Motors and Hyundai building EVs together? General Motors and Hyundai have both proven themselves to be fairly formidable on the electric vehicle front. Between Hyundai, Kia, Chevy, and Cadillac, the brands have catered well to retail consumers thus far, and now they have commercial buyers in their sights too. Welcome back to Critical Materials, your daily roundup for all things electric and tech in the automotive space. The GM-Hyundai EV team-up explained. Hyundai and GM are officially teaming up to make EVs. The two companies announced late Wednesday that they've started work on the first 5 battery electric vehicles that will be co-developed on shared platforms. And this includes a commercial electric van for North America. The other 4, a compact SUV, a mid-sized pickup, a car, and another pickup size not specified. Unfortunately, none of those 4 will make it to the US instead. Those will be dedicated to the Central and South American markets, which are ripe for affordable EVs right now. America gets what's still likely profitable for automakers actively investing in new EVs, a commercial van. Hyundai says that it will be the company to develop the van platform for North America, something that should excite folks who were love-struck by the adorable PV5. The vehicle is expected to launch in 2028 and will be made stateside. The exact location of the plant is yet to be announced. But between GM and Hyundai, there are plenty of EV-friendly production lines to meet that need. The automakers also note that the co-developed vehicles might ride on the same platforms and have the same underpinnings, but the vehicles will have brand-specific exteriors and interiors tailored to the specific automaker. That could mean the commercial vehicle will wear GM, Hyundai, and Kia badging riding on the US4 platform like the Steria, the N3 platform like the PV5, or the ST1 platform like Hyundai's existing commercial EVs. Or maybe Hyundai is using something completely new and different. Either way, consider us interested. Shilpan Amin, GM's chief supply chain officer, explains why it all makes sense. The two automakers want to broaden their lineup, and as it turns out, that combined, they produce more vehicles than any single automaker in the world. With their manufacturing capacity combined, this makes it possible to produce lower-cost passenger vehicles. By cutting down on R&D, as well as having a huge entry into the commercial market in North America. All of that being said, it has me wondering what GM's plans for BrightDrop might be. GM quietly folded BrightDrop into the Chevy brand last year, which isn't a bad thing. Chevy already has a huge commercial presence. However, the new buddying up between the two brands certainly feels like GM has a plan to build what suspiciously feels like a BrightDrop replacement, even if the automaker doesn't outright call it that. Here is the tacit truth. Building profitable, well-selling EVs is becoming harder than ever in America. With the EV tax credit on the way out, brands like Hyundai seem to be quietly quitting the USA market in favor of other countries like Europe. That's why targeting the commercial market is such a great idea. But the collab between the brands has an uphill battle to overcome. See, Rivian and Ford are already knocking it out of the park with the EDV and affordable e-Transit. Rivian hasn't been specific about the number of EDVs it has delivered to commercial customers, however. Amazon has said that it accepted delivery of more than 10,000 units during the first half of 2025. Ford also sold a lesser but still impressive 4,174 e-Transits. And then comes GM, which has moved just 1,592 BrightDrop vans during that same time. This isn't some cry for help from GM or Hyundai though. Both have been planning some sort of cooperation since last year. So the move isn't a response to the impending decline of retail customers in the USA, however. Reducing costs through co-development will certainly help. And with any luck, maybe we'll get some sweet passenger cars out of the deal by the top of the decade. But that's just wishful thinking as of now. Source: reposted and summarized from Rob Stumpf at insideevs.